Most people think they know what China looks like. Massive cities, bright lights, crowded streets. But hidden far away from the tourists and modern skylines are places so strange, isolated, and mysterious that many people outside China have never even heard of them. Entire abandoned cities with almost no people living inside them. Villages hidden deep inside giant caves. Forests and mountains that look completely unreal. And places surrounded by stories so disturbing that locals avoid talking about them at night. Some of these locations were hidden by geography. Others by secrecy. But all of them have one thing in common. The deeper you go, the stranger things become. Tonight, we're exploring secret places hidden inside China. And trust me, some of these places feel less like Earth, and more like another world entirely. Do you like this video? Subscribe to this channel. And comment China if you want to know about more secret places there. Our first location looks less like Earth, and more like another planet. Hidden in the remote region of Zhangye lies the breathtaking Zhangye Danxia Landform Geological Park. At first glance, the mountains almost look fake. Bright red, orange, yellow, and blue layers stretch across the landscape like paint poured over giant hills. Scientists say the colors formed naturally over millions of years through mineral deposits and shifting geological pressure. But seeing it in real life feels surreal. Especially at sunrise, when the colors become so intense the entire landscape almost glows. For years, many people outside China barely knew this place existed. And honestly, if someone showed you a picture without context, you'd probably think it was AI generated. But China's hidden places become far stranger than colorful mountains. Because hidden deep within Guizhou lies a village unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. The isolated Zhongdong Village was built completely inside a massive cave. Yes, people actually lived inside a giant natural cave for generations. Families created homes, classrooms, and daily life beneath enormous rock ceilings hidden away from much of the outside world. Because the area remained isolated for so long, the village developed almost like its own hidden society. Imagine waking up every morning surrounded by cold stone walls hundreds of feet high above your head. No modern skyline. No busy roads. Just darkness, rock, and silence. But if that sounds isolated, wait until you hear about the ghost cities. Across parts of China, enormous cities were built with towering apartments, giant shopping centers, and wide empty highways. Yet many of them remain strangely empty. One of the most famous examples is Kangbashi District. The city contains massive buildings, beautiful roads, modern architecture, and infrastructure designed for hundreds of thousands of people. But for years, huge sections remained eerily quiet. Videos showing empty streets and abandoned-looking buildings spread across the internet, causing many people to nickname places like this China's ghost cities. At night, some areas feel especially unsettling. Rows of silent apartment towers stretch endlessly into darkness with barely any lights visible. It almost feels like a city waiting for people who never arrived. And honestly, seeing entire neighborhoods nearly empty creates a strange psychological feeling. Because humans naturally expect cities to feel alive. But China also hides places surrounded by legends darker than abandoned cities. Near Chongqing lies the mysterious Fengdu ghost city. For centuries, this mountain complex became associated with Chinese beliefs about the afterlife. Ancient statues, eerie temples, giant demon sculptures, and dark passageways were designed to represent the journey souls supposedly take after death. Some parts of the area look genuinely terrifying at night. Massive statues stare silently into darkness while fog drifts between old structures built high above the river. Even tourists who don't believe in ghosts often describe the place as deeply unsettling. And honestly, imagine visiting a city literally designed around death itself. But perhaps one of China's strangest hidden locations sits deep within the mountains of Hunan. The towering pillars of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park rise dramatically into the clouds like giant stone skyscrapers created by nature itself. The landscape became so unbelievable that it reportedly inspired parts of the floating mountains seen in the movie Avatar. Thousands of giant rock pillars stretch upward through thick fog while narrow bridges connect terrifying heights above deep valleys. And when clouds move through the mountains, the entire forest feels almost unreal. Some visitors say it feels less like Earth, and more like stepping into another dimension. But hidden places aren't always beautiful. Some hide danger. Deep in western China lies the harsh Taklamakan Desert, one of the largest and most dangerous deserts in the world. Its name is sometimes interpreted as, you go in, but you don't come out. Massive sand dunes stretch endlessly across the landscape. Temperatures become brutal. Sandstorms appear suddenly. And getting lost inside such an enormous desert can quickly turn deadly. Ancient sections of the Silk Road once passed near parts of this region, and over centuries many travelers vanished attempting dangerous crossings. Even today, parts of the desert remain extremely unforgiving. And honestly, there's something terrifying about places so vast they can completely erase human existence without leaving evidence behind. But one of the most isolated places in China may be hidden high in the mountains near Tibet. Remote monasteries cling to cliffs above freezing valleys while clouds drift silently through narrow mountain passes. Some villages remain difficult to access even today. In winter, entire areas can become almost completely cut off from the outside world. And because of the extreme isolation, many ancient traditions survived there for centuries largely untouched. The silence in places like this feels different. Not peaceful. Heavy. As if the mountains themselves are watching. And maybe that's what makes hidden places so fascinating. Not just because they're secret, but because they remind us how much of the world still feels unknown. Even in an age of satellites, maps, and the internet, there are still places capable of making humans feel small, lost, and deeply uncomfortable. And China may contain some of the most mysterious of them all. So tell me honestly, which of these hidden places would you actually visit? Comment which one would you stay far away from. Subscribe for more hidden mystery.